Brought to you by CHM, a biblically based alternative to health insurance. Learn more at chministries.org/budget.
I've been fortunate enough to amass some money over the years through just working and some very nicely timed company acquisitions. And now I would like to make one of my childhood dreams come true. I like to buy a supercar that's worth about $250,000.
Cool. Which car?
So, specifically the Lamborghini Huracan, a used one.
That's a beast. Yeah, used one would be $250. You're right. New what? $450?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, what year model would that be?
Well, looking on some of these websites, anywhere from a 2015 to a 2017, 2018.
Okay, so a 10-year-old has lost $200,000 in value. Yeah.
Yes.
That's about right. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's your net worth? You sound like you're a bazillionaire or something.
My net worth. So I can break this down. I have a net worth if you include the mortgage, about $3.66 million.
Okay. And what are you making a year?
I make about $300,000 a year, which doesn't include a 30% bonus. It's a single income. I am married with a 1-year-old child, but my wife is a stay-at-home mom.
Mm-hmm. And how old are you?
I'm 39 and she is 41.
Okay. All right. You can afford the car if you want it. The thing is, here's how I look at these. Here's how I decide this, and I answer questions on this show like, what would I do if I woke up in your shoes? That's how I answer questions, okay? You said you're how old?
39.
Okay, good. Well, you've done really well. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There's a couple of rules of thumb. Generally speaking, you do not want to own all the things you have with motors or wheels to be more than about half your annual income. Now, your income is a little wacky because you've made big chunks of money doing a few deals here or there that don't really include your 300. So this violates that. You know what I'm saying? It's more than half your annual income. So that's one rule I look at. It's not a hard and fast rule. The second thing is the main thing I do today, if Sharon and I are doing something that feels kind of like a weird, large purchase that's strangely, or even a large amount of money we're giving away in generosity, the same thing. We use the burn the money in the middle of the floor thing. If I took this much money and set fire to it, does my life change? If the answer is yes, then it's too expensive.
I see.
I think you could lose 8% of your net worth, 250 as a percentage of 3.8 million, and probably not miss it.
Okay.
Because the 250 is going to be worth 150 in 20 minutes. You know that. I mean, we already established 450 turned into 250, right?
Right.
It's going to go down in value, and the bigger it is, the faster it's going to go. I mean, the good news is most of the loss is gone. The first 10 years, you're going to lose the most of it. And don't get caught up in the illusion it's going to go up in value. They're not. They're going to go down in value. And let me just tell you, the new ones are better. They don't make them like they used to, thank God. I got a 1960 Corvette frame-up restoration. Compared to the new Corvette, it's a piece of crap. I mean, compared. It's a beautiful little antique car, but thank God they don't make them like that anymore. We have like brakes that work and power steering and all kinds of modern conveniences now, you know? And so, it's... So number one, if I burn the money in the middle of the floor, does it affect my children, my grandchildren, my wife? No, it doesn't. You can afford the car. I think you can afford the car. Then the last thing I do, Leon, is I ask myself some contentment questions, particularly about cars, because I'm a car nut. If no one ever sees this car and only I see it and enjoy it, do I still want it? For me,
right, absolutely.
If I'm driving that car, the answer is yes. Because I don't give a crap what you think. I'm going to enjoy that freaking fine piece of machinery, right? But if you're buying it to impress other people, that's a danger sign spiritually. Agreed?
Agreed.
Leon, I have two quick questions. Is there anything you haven't told us that we should know?
I mean, I do have the mortgage, which is, it's in California, and it is a sizable mortgage of about $739,000 at 6.74%. But the house itself is worth about $1.9 million.
All right, and then my second question is, how much cash do you have total?
So out of my what I stated in the net worth, about 2.1 million is in brokerage in index fund that follows large mid cap U.S. market, and then about 150K is liquid, mixed between checking and savings. About $510,000 in my 401k, about 500K in my wife's 401k, and so that's liquid, and then about 500K in company RSUs, which are vesting in approximately 1/3 every year.
Before we buy toys, we grow up and pay off the mortgage. So you need to pay off the mortgage too. You got the money in brokerage to pay it off. You got the money in brokerage to buy this car, and you're still fine, and you still got the exact same net worth when we're done with this discussion. So until the car goes down in value, and then
that's what I was wondering. In this current situation, I would say no. I wouldn't do it personally. I'd want to have the house cleared, and I
pay off the house.
I know, but I don't know. I can't believe I'm actually saying a little bit more conservative than you, as I love cars. But I just, when you walk through that, I personally put myself in the what would I do if I were him, and I don't think I'd spring for that car at that price right now.
That's fair.
But you laid it out. He can do it.
He can afford it, and it's not going to ruin him. I mean, if you call me up and you tell me you make $300,000 a year, and I dreamed about it since I was a child, kiss my butt. I'm gonna, and I got no money, and I'm gonna go get a car loan to buy that. No, I'm gonna rip you to shreds. Right. No, that'd be dumb. Right. Okay, for your own sake, because I love you. But yeah. But I mean, really, that's so. I honestly, it doesn't make the sale to me. Because I've had to quit doing that myself. Yeah. I always wanted that since I was a child. That's not justification for spending money you don't have. Wah. So go make some money. But if you have the money and it's just something you want, then
go for it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the end of the world. But that's the trick. Well done.
CHM isn't health insurance. It's a health cost sharing ministry. Check it out for yourself at chministries.org/budget.